Hello there, and thanks so much for checking out this video. My name is Chris, and I'm from Tech Coaches, here once again with my colleagues from the Brain Injury Association of Waterloo-Wellington with a video tutorial all about boosting your digital literacy. In this video tutorial, we're going to be exploring organization and reminder tools that will help you stay organized and keep your day on track. We'll be talking about things like alarms, the Reminder app. We'll also talk about Microsoft OneNote and Google Keep. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Let's start by looking at why these organization apps are so helpful in daily life. First, they can reduce stress by keeping all of your important tasks, notes, and reminders in one easy-to-access place. They also help you save time by letting you plan your day ahead of time, so you're not scrambling to remember what's next. With these tools, it becomes easier to remember events, appointments, and birthdays as an example, because you can set alerts and notifications to remind you. And if you're someone who likes using to-do lists, these apps are perfect for helping you stay on track with gentle reminders throughout the day. Whether you're managing a busy schedule or just trying to remember small daily tasks, these tools can make things feel more manageable and less overwhelming. Now let's take a look at the types of apps we'll be exploring in this video tutorial. First, calendar apps. These are great for scheduling appointments, events, and routines, so you can always know what's coming up. You can even set reminders for important dates like birthdays, doctor's appointments, or anniversaries. Next, we'll look at the Reminder app and alarms that you can set using your Clock app. These tools are perfect for things you don't want to forget, like taking medications, making specific phone calls, or switching the laundry. You can create quick reminders with just a few taps, or even with your voice, like using a digital assistant like Siri or the Google Assistant. Finally, we'll explore note-taking apps like Microsoft OneNote and Google Keep. These apps help you capture ideas, lists, and information, all in one place. They're handy for writing down questions for your doctor, grocery lists, or anything else you want to remember later. Don't worry if you're new to any of these. I'll walk you through the basics of each one step by step. Let's jump into it. We'll begin by exploring calendar apps. Calendar apps are a simple and powerful way to keep your schedule organized, and they're easier to use than you might think. You can add events easily, like appointments, classes, birthdays, or anything else you want to keep track of. It's also easy to set alerts and reminders, so you'll get a notification before something starts, giving you time to get ready or to make arrangements. These apps also sync across all of your devices as long as you're logged into the same account in the same calendar app, so any changes you make on your phone, tablet, or computer will show up instantly, no matter which one you're using. And finally, you can customize your calendar to match your preferences. View it by day, week, or month, and use colors to organize different kinds of events like health appointments, family time, or running errands. You don't have to use every feature right away, just start with what's helpful for you. Let me show you the basics. For this example, we're going to be using the Apple Calendar app. When you first open the app, you'll notice that it's normally showing you the monthly view. At the top of the screen, you'll see it says day, week, month, and year. And these are the different ways that you're able to view the calendar whenever you would like. Simply tap on the option that you'd prefer, and it will show you that option. When you're ready to add an event to the calendar, you're going to tap the plus button in the top left corner. Another option is you can press and hold on the date that you would like to enter the event, and it will show up on the screen like this. When you let go, it will have the new event information window popped up for you. First, we're going to enter the title of the event. Is it a doctor's appointment? Is it a call with Sarah? In my scenario here for this example, I'm going to have coffee with Mom. After entering a title, I want to indicate if the event is an all-day event or not. I can't drink coffee all day with Mom, so I'm going to tap the switch to shut off all day. That's now going to give me start times and end times that I'm able to select. In this scenario, I'm going to push 19 o'clock, and now I can reset the time, let's say 9 a.m. After that, I scroll down below the date and the time, and I'm able to find more information about the event. For example, any alerts that I would like to set, or whether or not the event is a repeating event. Let's set an alert. I'm going to tap where it says None next to the word alert. This will now give me a list of different alert time options that I can choose from. I can have it notify me 2 days before my meeting, 1 day before, even an hour before. For this example, I'm going to have it send me a reminder at the time of the event. Next, I want to scroll down to the very bottom of the event details, where I see the notes section. This is where I can enter any special notes that I have to remember associated with the event. Mom wants me to bring donuts when we have coffee, so I better write that in here. After that, I can push the Add button in the top right corner, and that will save the calendar entry in my calendar. This is what it looks like in monthly view when I have the calendar date with my mom entered on the 30th of the month. If I wanted to adjust anything about that appointment, I would simply tap on the event. Then I would be able to see all of the details I'd previously set, and I'm able to click the Edit button to change things, or I can delete the event using the button at the bottom of the screen. Once you've got yourself a calendar system set up that works for you, this can be a super helpful reminder tool every day. Next, let's take a look at how reminder apps and the clock app on your device can help you stay on top of daily tasks. You can create quick reminders for anything, like picking up groceries, calling the dentist, or taking your medications. Just type it in and your device will remind you about it at the right time. You can also set recurring reminders, daily, weekly, or monthly. This is great for routines you're trying to keep, like watering the plants, checking your blood pressure, or refilling prescriptions. Another helpful tool is the alarm feature on your device's clock app. You can set alarms throughout the day to keep yourself on schedule, like a gentle nudge to take a break, or to check your posture, or even to go for a walk. Reminders and alarms can take the pressure off of your memory and help you move through the day with confidence. Let me show you how to get started. In this example, we're going to be looking at the Apple Reminder app. When you open the Reminder app, you'll notice it's a very simple interface. It leaves you room to add reminders for yourself, and that's about it. When you want to add a new reminder, look for the plus sign at the bottom of the screen next to the phrase New Reminder. After you tap on it, it will pop up the keyboard automatically and put you in a position to add a new reminder. After you enter the reminder, it will also give you the option to add a note. If you'd like to do so, simply tap on Add Note. Then, as you type, the new text will be entered in the notes section that's associated with the new reminder that you just made. When you're finished and you want to preserve the reminder so that it stays in your list, simply look for the Done button in the top right corner and that would save it. As you continue to grow a list of reminders, you'll unquestionably complete some of them. When you do, simply tap on the little circle to the left of each reminder and that will fill it with blue. A few seconds later, it will disappear because you have completed the thing that you wanted to be reminded about. This straightforward tool is a great way of keeping track of your to-do list or any other list that you would like to remember for later. The next helpful organizational tool we're going to look at is the clock app and the alarms that come with it. For this example, we're going to be using the Apple Clock app, but you could use any clock app because they all would come with an alarm feature. When we first open that clock app, you'll notice that it's typically showing the world clock. At the top of the screen, you can see 4 different options: world clock, alarms, stopwatch, and timers. We're going to take advantage of alarms. Let's tap on that. Next, we're going to see all of the existing alarms, if you have any, and a plus button in the top corner so that we're able to create a new alarm. Let's do that next. Once I've tapped on the plus symbol, you'll see the Add Alarm pop-up displayed on the screen. The first thing I need to do is set the alarm time. For this scenario, I'm going to set it to 7 a.m. Next, I'm going to adjust the label, which is currently set to alarm. When I tap on alarm, the keyboard pops up automatically and I'm ready to start typing. I'd actually like this alarm to remind me to test my blood sugar, so that's what I'm going to type. After I've set my label, the next step is to choose a sound. If I tap on radial, that would show me a list of different sounds that are available. Radial is the default sound, so if I don't choose another one, this will always be the sound that my alarm makes. For this example, let's choose a different one. I'm going to select braking. After I've selected the sound that I want, I simply tap on the back button. Now that we have our 3 elements set, the time, the label, and the sound, we're in a position to now set if it's a repeat alarm or not. If I'd like this alarm to happen every day automatically, then I need to set this up as a repeat alarm. I'm going to click on Never, and that pops up a list of different days that I can have the alarm go off automatically. I'm going to touch each option in that list to add a check mark, and now that will make this an everyday alarm. Once I'm finished, I push the Save button at the top of the screen to preserve this alarm in my clock app. While looking at the Alarms page of the clock app, any alarm that you see where the switch is turned on, it will be going off. So that means every one of these alarms should go off at the set time displayed on the alarm that I've set up for myself. When an alarm goes off, you'll see a visual cue on the screen and you'll also hear the sound. This is so helpful for all sorts of daily tasks like taking a break, going for a walk, remembering medications, or anything else that's time sensitive. Now let's take a look at 2 note-taking apps that can help you keep all of your thoughts, lists, and ideas in one place. Microsoft OneNote and Google Keep. With OneNote, you can create different notebooks for different topics like health, home projects, or appointments. Inside each notebook, you can add sections and pages, which helps keep things neat and easy to find. You can type notes, make checklists, insert pictures, or even record your voice right into one of your pages. It's like a digital binder, but better because you're going to never run out of room. Google Keep, on the other hand, is perfect for quick notes. Just tap to start a new note, and then add text, a checklist, even an image, and you're ready to go. It's great for things like grocery lists, quick reminders, or jotting down ideas as they come to you while you're out and about. And just like the calendar and reminder apps we talked about earlier, both OneNote and Google Keep sync across all of your devices so that you can access your notes anytime, anywhere, as long as you're online. Let's spend the next few minutes going over the fundamentals. Let's take a look at Microsoft OneNote, a flexible, easy-to-use app that helps you keep your notes, lists, and ideas all in one place. Think of OneNote like a digital binder or a notebook, just like the kind you might have used for school, work, or personal projects. And just like a real notebook, it has 3 main parts: the book itself, the different sections that are often separated by a divider, and then the pages within each of those sections. So let's break that down. First, you have your notebooks. Each notebook is like a big binder. You can have one for different parts of your life. For example, a health notebook, a home projects notebook, or one for appointments. Inside each notebook, you'll find sections. The sections are like the colored dividers that you'd use when you're using a paper binder, and they help you group related notes together. For example, in your health notebook, you might have one section for medications and another for doctor visits. And finally, within each section, you have the pages that you create. Pages are where you actually write your notes. You can create as many pages as you like for each one of the appointments that you have, or for the questions that you wanted to ask your doctor, or the to-do lists that you wanted to put together. There's no limit to the number of pages that you can put in a section of one of your notebooks. So to recap, notebooks hold everything, sections help organize the topics, and pages are where the notes go. This system helps stay organized without needing to carry around paper or flipping through messy notebooks. And best of all, your notes are saved automatically and synced across all of your devices that you install the Microsoft OneNote app on, so you can check or update anytime and anywhere. In this example on screen, you can see that the notebook I'm in is called Alan's Notebook. And in Alan's Notebook, there are 3 different sections: Quick Notes, Europe, and Housework. And then there are different pages within each one of those sections. So if we're looking at the Quick Notes section, then we can see that there's a page for things to buy, and then there's also a page for quotes. If we change to a different section in the workbook, then you're going to notice that the pages that are available will also be different. Now that we're looking at the Housework section, you can see that there are pages labeled with repairs and also shop tasks. Let's create a new page in the Housework section. To do that, we're going to click the plus page button at the bottom of the screen. The first thing it asks us to do is give a title to the page. So that's what we're going to do first on the line at the top of the screen. We're going to type in garden preparation. Next, I'm going to tap below that title, and that's going to open up the area where I can start to type my list. Every time I type something, whether it's a title or content to one of my notes, it's saved automatically. I never have to push save myself. You'll notice that there are 4 menu items at the top of the screen: Home, Insert, Draw, and View. If I wanted to insert a picture, I would tap on the Insert menu item, and that would give me different options: Table, Pictures, Audio, PDF. These are all examples that are offered at the top of the screen. I'm going to tap on Pictures, and that's going to give me access to the different photos that I have on my tablet. I'm going to select one photo, and then I'm going to push the Add button in the top right corner, and that's going to start to add this particular picture to the page in the notebook that I'm working on. When I'm good with what the photo looks like, I push the purple check mark in the bottom right corner, and now you can see that I have added the photo to the actual page of my notes. By adding things like photos and PDF files to your different pages, this is really helpful for keeping lots of notes about a topic together in an organized fashion. It's really great for anybody that likes to be super organized. Last but not least, let's take a look at Google Keep, a simple, easy-to-use note-taking app that works a lot like the little sticky notes that you might have been using for years. You know those colorful Post-it notes people stick on the fridge, their desk, or near their phone? The ones that we use to jot down quick reminders, grocery lists, phone numbers, or any ideas that we don't want to forget? Well, Google Keep is just like that, only it's digital. It lets you create short notes on your phone or tablet, and you can add checklists, pictures, and color coding to keep everything organized. Whether you want to write down a question for your next appointment, save a recipe that you like, or create a packing list before a trip, Google Keep is perfect for all of those small everyday things you need to remember. In this example, I've already created several notes. If I want to add a new note, I need to find the plus button in the lower right-hand corner. I'm going to tap that now. Next, I'm given a Post-it note. I can just start typing my note, whatever it might be. I can also give it a title if I'd like to. I don't need to give it a title, but it definitely helps keep things organized. In this example, I'm getting ready for a murder mystery party, and I want to keep track of my costume ideas. When I've written everything down, I might want to color code this particular note. So at the bottom of the screen, I can click the little palette button on the left-hand side, and that will expand to show me the different colors that I'm able to set as the background of the Post-it note. I'm going to select blue, and then I'm going to push the back button in the top left corner. This is going to bring us back to our full collection of Post-it notes. If I wanted to make another new one, I'm going to once again push the plus button in the bottom right corner. This time, my note's going to be a list of items I need to pick up from the hardware store. To make it into a checklist, I can use the small plus in a square that's at the bottom of the window. After pressing it, it will show me the various different things that I can add to a note. A photo, a drawing, or a series of checkboxes are all options. For this example, I'm going to choose checkboxes. After I've done so, I'm now going to be able to add items to the list, and each one of those items will have a small box to the left of the title. When I'm finished picking up that item from the store, I simply tap on the little box, and it's going to update the list and indicate that I have completed some of the items. By tapping the back button in the top left corner, I return to my full collection of notes. If I wanted to delete one of them, I simply open the note that I would like to delete, and then in the top right corner, I would press the box that has a small arrow pointing downwards. After doing so, it tells me that my note has been archived and it is now gone and it's been eliminated from my collection of notes. This is a wonderfully handy app, and again, it's available free of charge to download on the App Store, and it will allow you to synchronize all of your Post-it notes within the Google Keep app on every device that you install that particular app on. So very helpful. And that's it for this video tutorial. On behalf of the Brain Injury Association of Waterloo-Wellington, thanks so much for checking us out, and all the best on your digital literacy journey.